Okay. Welcome everyone, and I don't know how weather is everywhere else, but it's feeling very fallish here. I think I kind of like that. I like fall. It's kind of smells good and it's kind of pleasant. So let's start with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing this group together, and thank you for all the ways that you've been speaking to each of us this week. Give us some time this evening to be able to speak with each other and share, and also learn from each other about how we can keep you in the forefront in our lives and in our hands. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Great. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview. I'm going to see if I can share my screen. Well, maybe I'll just talk about it and then we'll stop the share. Tonight, basically our agenda is that we're going to break into groups again. We're going to see how we can do with that and do our Joy, Junk, and Jesus and talk about that. And then we're going to review chapters 8 through 14 and kind of get a feel from each other about what we've learned. And at some point in there, I'm going to have you break up into groups again and answer some questions. I think I figured out a way to do that. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time just talking about what's next. What could we do next? We have one more week of this, and I want to share some ideas for what next steps might be. So that's kind of my agenda for tonight. And if anybody has anything they want to share, let me know. We'll do that. Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
Hi, thanks. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're okay. All right. So if you remember Joy, Junk, and Jesus, and I will share my Joy, Junk, and Jesus with all of you, and then I'm going to kind of hop from room to room. Let's see. My joy was we did, my husband and I, well, let me start with my junk. My junk was that my granddaughter was exposed to COVID from her kindergarten class. And so my kids quarantined us away from, I'm calling it my exile. So we haven't been able to see our grandkid. Well, we see them. We do FaceTime, and we also have, I go over to the house and wave through the window and talk through the window, but we haven't been able to hug them or do this. So that's been kind of a junk. And Bethany was tested on Tuesday, so it took a long time. This waiting is just terrible. And we still haven't heard back the results. But the good news is tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks since she was exposed. And she is showing signs. And so we're feeling like we're probably. So that was good. So our joy was my husband and I decided that we would take and go camping. So we went up to Holland Lake and hiked up to Holland Lake Falls and canoed the canoe trail and camped for a couple of nights and sat at the campfire. I did drink a little wine and I did have a few little pieces of chocolate. But that's okay, you have to live. You can't just be. But the good news was I didn't gain any weight because I weighed on Monday and I knew I was going to be here on Wednesday, and I weighed on Thursday and I stayed. So that was good. That was so anyway, that was that. And my Jesus was, I was sitting on the shore doing one of my devotions, and it was about Psalm 23, about leads me beside still waters. And it was like a calm just kind of came over me. So it was truly a good time to get away for both of us. And so God knows what he's doing, I guess. So that was my joy. So now I'm going to move you into a room, and you'll be with we'll do this for about, let's try for about 6 minutes. So that gives you about two minutes for each person. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, well, it's good to be able to check in and see how people are doing, and how we see Jesus. It's kind of a nice, pleasant thing. Well, the next question, just as a reflection, and maybe you can just do a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and how are you doing on your goal for the challenge? Are people doing pretty well? Is it going okay? Or so yes or no, or
Where
so
do you put that at?
just wave your hand. Do a thumbs up
Oh,
or a thumbs
okay.
down or a kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of in the middle.
Thumbs up.
All
Can you
right.
see us do that?
Thumbs up.
I can if you put your hand in front of the, for where the camera is, so you should be able to
I
see
don't know what
yourself.
camera is.
Either.
You just kind of keep moving your hand around until you find where the camera is.
Okay, can you
There
see
you
it?
go.
Okay, that's how I feel.
Yeah,
So
we
where-
can't,
you put it
we
in
only
front-
see you, Nancy, or whoever's talking.
Oh, is that right?
That's
Can't just
right.
see
Yeah.
who's talking. Okay. I don't know if I can do more.
Thumbs up, girls.
Yep, me too. Thumbs up.
Does anybody want to share anything you've learned about yourself in this and during these last 2 weeks? This week, Lori mentioned when she said that this week it's gotten harder, and you're right, it has. You've got out of the easy stuff and now we're into the hard stuff. But is there anything that you've learned about yourself that you want to share? Anybody want to share?
I've
I
learned that,
Just,
Go ahead, Judy.
I've learned that I haven't learned anything. I still hate the diet.
well, remember, it's not all about diet. It's about getting closer to God and how you're doing with that part too. Anybody
Yeah,
else? How
well,
did you learn?
I'm doing good with God,
Oh, good. Anybody
but
else?
not with food.
Not with food.
I've learned that I can stop eating after 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I was, my thing was 8, and I've never made it. The longest it's been was 10 after 7, which I think has really helped.
Good.
So the more I put myself on a schedule, the hungrier I am. So I'm better off not to even do that.
Okay. That's
Then
something you learned.
I snack all day. Yesterday I snacked all day long, and I never got full. And I finally had some soup, and that didn't even satisfy me. I don't know.
Well, that's something you learn about yourself. I think we go in, I go in times where I just seem like I'm hungrier than other times, but you just kind of keep rolling.
I find, oh, go ahead.
Usually if you're hungry, that's the week that you'll probably lose weight. If you're hungry and you can manage not to eat. What I've learned about myself is that the first time we did this, I did exercise, and then I also added tracking what you eat before we were done. But the one I never take is not eating after 7. And I know that's a real hard thing for me. I like a little snack at night, and I just can't give it up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's not a prerequisite to do to being part of it. It's just one of those things to work on, one of those challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've caught myself a couple times starting think, oh, I can have a handful of nuts or something, and then I look and it's 7:30 and I go, uh-oh, I can't have those. And so it's caught me a couple times, and I realized what an impulsive eater I am. So I think the 7 o'clock to 7 has really been good for me. It's been good.
I
Yeah.
am not hungry much. There's very few times that I actually feel hunger, but I eat because it is comforting to me.
Okay.
I don't feel good. I mean, and I think that food will make me feel better, and it does. But I gotta change my mindset and say, no, food does not make me feel better.
Yeah. And
But I
think-
haven't found anything.
Yeah. One of the
substitute.
things that I learned was that I guess was pretty much an impulsive, but food did make me feel better. Just hang on just a minute, I got it. But one of the things that I think, now I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Compulsive.
It'll come to me anyway. Well, I think if we talk about days 8 through 10, the information is getting deeper and it's getting harder to digest. Just so, you know, I'm encouraging you to stick with it. Just stick with it. It's one of the things that I found in day 8 was about positive affirmations and saying positive things about yourself. If you find yourself saying negative things all the time, I love this saying that I think it came from the author. It says, your thoughts become words, your words become actions, your actions become habits, and habits shape your life. So think about that. When you're thinking about yourself and you're thinking, well, I can't do this, then those become words, and those words shape your actions, and your actions shape your habits, and your habits shape your life. So think of it in a positive way. I can do this. I can not eat from 7 to 7. And then your words become those actions. Your actions become a habit over time, and it takes time. I think I used to see a PT, and one of the things she would say was it took, I can't remember, an ungodly number of times that you have to repeat something in order for it to change that habit of something that you've been used to being doing. So those habits really shape your life. So just think, I just like that statement.
Nancy, post that statement on the website, would you please?
I will.
And I believe it's 30 days. It takes at least a month of this every day to make it a habit and see changes.
Yeah, and I think that's why when she does these things, she talks about challenges, and she talks about taking something and doing it every day and tracking it for every day. So I think that's a good one. So the next chapter was on limiting beliefs. And this has been one of the hardest concepts for me to understand. So I found this video that she made. Let me make sure that my share is sharing my sound. Okay. Back over here. Out of here. Okay. So I have a video, and this is Kathy Morenzi. She's the author of the book. And if you do the online Weight Loss God's Way, she has one of these videos every day. And they're pretty kind of funny, lighthearted, but she also makes a good point. So I found this video, and I wanted to share it with you. It's not very long, but it's about what limiting beliefs are. That's kind of what we're getting into right now. So here we go.
No.
You all hear it?
Hi. Why haven't you been returning my calls? I have so much to tell you.
What is so important that you called me 5 times?
Have you heard about that new
Don't do this.
diet?
Oh no, I don't want to hear about another diet.
You should try.
Oh, shoot.
Patience.
Ah.
Try it.
Yeah. You know what? I'll pass on this one. I mean, weren't you the one who told me that I'm always going to be overweight anyways?
Really?
Even if I eat healthy, I still gain weight. Who cares?
Really?
You know what? Besides, who wants to work so hard anyway? You know, I don't want to live on carrots and tofu for the rest of my life.
Really, Kathy?
I'm just going to put the weight back on anyway.
Oh, really?
You know what? Life is meant to be lived. That's my motto. Really. I'll never forget the time when the pastor in church was talking about vanity. Do you remember that? When he yelled at me because he said I should cover up my body because I was revealing too much and how it was a sin. Really. Yeah. They don't really promote being too healthy. And there's always the church picnics and everything. I mean, if it's not that important to the church, then who cares, right? Really. Oh, I just save it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So, what are some of your limiting beliefs? Are you aware of them? Do you realize how they stop you? Do you realize how they keep you from reaching your goals? See, the thing is with limiting beliefs, we're often not even aware or conscious of how they're playing in our lives. It's like this subconscious record that this keeps playing, saying, you can't do it, or you're going to fail, or you'll never reach your goal, or something, but it's a subliminal or a subconscious message. So a lot of the times, we don't even realize that that is what's stopping us. Limiting beliefs are, just as they sound, a belief, a false belief that limits us from achieving our goals, limits us from achieving our dreams, stops us from becoming who God has called us to be. And over the next few days, we're going to look at some factors that result because of our limiting beliefs. So because we don't believe that we can achieve something, we will procrastinate, or we will make excuses, or we will blame. So you'll see how these dream killers will continue to play in our lives and prevent us from becoming all who God has called us to be. So for today's challenge, you're going to identify some limiting beliefs and share it. What are some of the messages that you might have been told as a child that you believe to this day that you think could be stopping you from reaching your goal? We're going into some sensitive territory, so you share as much as you feel comfortable with sharing, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Mom.
Hold on.
Hi.
Gotta get out of there. You guys. Oops, now I missed. So now we're going to, I gotta share my screen so I can share what. So if while I'm doing this, would you see if you can find where the chat is? Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the questions for you to talk about in your small group in the chat. So see if you can find the chat.
Got it.
So these are the questions. So share a limiting belief. Think about the video. Think about a limiting belief that impacts your health or your weight and your weight. Share examples how these might be showing up in your health journey. Excuse making, blame game, procrastination. And the third one is how can you being aware of these help you in your health journey? So you can either take them one at a time, or you can, and have each person share, or you can have each person share all the answers to all of those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna go down and find my chat, and I'm gonna put the mess. Okay.
When you're on your chat and it says send to everyone, do I press that?
No, you don't have, just see if you can see my message right there. Do you see it where it says?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So just those are the questions. And so what we're going to do is go back to the breakout rooms, and then we're going to, and then just have this discussion with your group. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I was typing it in. Okay.
So join the, click join. Did you see join, Judy?
Oh, I was typing something. Join.
Yeah, just
No,
join your group. You
Oops.
see it?
No, just a minute. I gotta stop sending. Okay, I got your message. I don't see join. Chat. More. Chat. I'm chatting now,
Oh, no, I don't want you to chat. I want
but
you
I
to
don't have my
join
group.
your group. You got to get into your room and you haven't joined. There you go. Nope, you're not out. Yeah.
Oh.
You should have a link that says join.
Okay, how do I?
Let's see if I can send you again.
How did I lose it? Participants? Share? Is it called share?
No, it should be, I sent you a little note that said join.
Now I'm back to my email.
See if you can go back to your Zoom page. Find your Zoom screen.
How's that? I see you.
Okay, but there should be a note somewhere on your page that says join breakout room.
I find one that says leave.
Let's see. Let me see
sorry.
if I can get you. I don't know.
I'm going to do that. I didn't have any problem before.
I know. I know. It's crazy.
So you were connected to Zoom Global Network in the United States.
Well, let's see if we can figure out where the breakout room thing is.
Record. I have something that says record. Stop video.
No, you don't want to stop your video.
Under share. Raise hand. Meeting settings.
Meeting settings is where
No.
join it. Ah,
No.
how to join. Well, let's just talk about.
Here's share. Okay. Can I talk to my group?
Can you talk in your group? I can't get you there. I don't know how to get you there. I don't know how to move you to your group. I'm going to go in there and see if I can do anything. I'll be back.
And I were dropping off some food for them that we picked up for her at Costco. And my granddaughter said, Granddad, do you want me to make you toast? And he finally, we're unloading the car and taking it into their house. And he says, sure, make me a toast. And she goes, I'll make some for Nana too. And I'm like, and I didn't say anything. I just let her go. And so she comes running down, handing Granddad a piece of toast. And she goes, she hands Granddad mine because my hands were full. And he goes, honey, it's really good. He goes, do you want to take just a tiny little bite? And I looked at him like, are you kidding me? But my daughter stood there and said, why are you tempting Mom like that, Dad? And I actually had someone on my side. It was like, Dad, that's not very helpful. You can't do that to Mom. And Mom, I'm really proud of you because you said no. And I said it very sweetly to my granddaughter. But, it would have been really easy in that situation to say, you know what, it's my granddaughter's fault. It's my husband's fault, but the reality was it came down to me.
Yep.
It really stopped with me, and I had to say, sweetheart, that toast looks so good. But right now, Nana's not hungry. So can you, give it to Granddad because he's hungry. And, it all worked out just fine. And I didn't hurt her feelings, because she was so excited about learning how to make toast,
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
But, it really does come down to yourself and what are you going to do? And I did run into that today, and it would have been so easy to just put my hands on my hips and look at everybody. But I didn't. I just made the right choice. And it was just a tiny little bite.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And I had a message that said, assign you to a room. And then when I did, you should have gotten, but when I came back, you were out.
Yeah, I left it because I had stuff there I never saw before. So I left the meeting and brought myself back in. Or you
Okay,
brought me back.
do it one more time, and I'm going to stay right here. Do it one more time. Go ahead and
Well,
go out and come back in.
No, I don't want to go out. I want to go.
Do whatever you just did.
I want to chat. Let's chat.
No, you don't want to chat. What did you just do when I wasn't in there?
Well, I don't have that. There's a screen that I never saw before, and then it said leave. So I left it.
No, I think you were actually
I'm
in
back.
the room. I think because for some reason, you said assign you, so I assigned you to a room, and then let's see if I can do it. Breakout 2. No, join.
Let's see. Now I don't know where I am. Now I'm
Well,
back.
give me an example of, can you give me an example of one of those limiting beliefs? Do you have any of those limiting beliefs that they talked about?
Not really.
Excuse making or blaming or procrastination. Do you see those?
Well, I don't blame anyone. I don't blame anyone but myself.
Okay.
It's not really a matter of procrastination. It's a matter of laziness and a unwillingness to do the work to reach the goal.
Okay. Well, that's an awareness right there, you know? I mean,
well, I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, nobody's going to do it for you.
Nope, I need somebody to set a fire under me.
So how can being aware of these help you in your health? So now that you're aware of that, what could you do?
Just keep on trying.
One thing that I
would love to meet a.
Go ahead.
This is my ideal thing. This is my ideal, okay? I would like to meet a man and say, gee, you'd look a lot better if you lost 20 pounds. Then I would do it.
There you go. That's a good one. Well, I'll say that to you, Judy, you'd look a lot better.
That's the motive. Yeah.
You know what I had to do is I had to find something to replace that, while getting the comfort from the food, I had to find something, so if the motivation is comfort, then think about, is there something else, like sewing seems to fill that void for me. Like in the evening, I would kind of just munch on things. So now I just sew in the evening when I don't do something like this. So finding a replacement behavior, that's something to think about.
I've had to replace so many things in the last 10 or 15 years of my life that I've just kind of run out, My greatest loss was my loss of mobility. That was my greatest loss.
Oh man, I bet.
Because I used to hike a lot, and there wasn't a day that I didn't walk ever since I was probably in elementary school.
Yeah. And so you can't do walking at all?
No, about a block or two is all I can do.
Hmm.
I do the water aerobics, and I'm trying to do the weights, but there again, I'm just kind of lazy. But I've done them. I guess you're only supposed to do them 3 times a week, and I've done them just once. But I'll do them tomorrow. I do water and plus an hour of water exercise, which is very aerobic, and then I'll do 20 minutes of machines and weights. That's supposed to be good for maintaining your weight.
Yeah, just having that combination. Well, at least you got the water aerobics. That's positive.
Oh yeah, I've been doing those since 1987. and not so much a weight loss. That's all. If I do those, my back doesn't hurt as much.
Oh, okay. So people are joining us back again.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do some research into how to get people into a breakout room once. So Judy kind of got stuck here by herself. So she and I had a great conversation.
I wandered out.
I don't know what happened. She never made it to the room.
Okay.
Just like a sheep that got lost.
Okay, is everybody back?
Yep.
I did have, I'll save my positive thing for next week.
Oh, we'll have a little bit of time here. So,
Well,
did anybody, anything that you want to share as far as something that came out in your group about limiting beliefs and how they might affect your health? Did you have some common limiting beliefs?
Mm-hmm.
I would be interested in hearing some of the ones that people had from their childhood. I really thought about that one, and I just couldn't come up with anything that I felt limited me. So I'm just kind of want to think about it more, but I maybe I need some help. So I was just kind of wondering if anybody else had thoughts on that.
I didn't have anything from my childhood.
Are you talking good or bad?
Well, a limiting belief, one of those things that kind of get in the way. Anybody have any?
You know, not from childhood. I mean, my parents were always very, very supportive, and you know, I could do anything I wanted to do. My mother was blowing up volcanoes in the kitchen with me, you know. But I saw it more after my older sister got married to her first husband, and he basically destroyed her self-confidence. You know, you're overweight. Nobody would want you except me. You're lucky to have me. You know, you're no good for anybody else. And, you know, it got to the point where she believed it. And, but it happened not in childhood, but it definitely happened in her early years of her first marriage. Okay. And it took her 20 years to get rid of him, but yeah.
That's a good example. That's a good one.
Very good.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of that, but not quite that bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
But
I have talked to a lot of friends that have had really horrible childhoods of where, you know, they were mistreated or they were told they were no good. They wish they'd never had them, or, you know, things like that. And it's just amazing to me because I just never experienced that.
Yeah.
Well, I had a good childhood.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything from, you know, I always think of the blame game, you know, of, you know, my husband is one of the best bread makers in the, he is such an awesome bread maker. And I tell you that bread has been, I can blame him about how much I can gain because I cannot turn down his sourdough bread. So, I mean, but it's not him, it's just me. I mean, he's done a wonderful job of adjusting, you know, the diets and the whole thing, but there's some of those that are, or making an excuse. I think there's lots of those out there.
My husband weighs himself on Wednesdays and he lost 2 pounds. So he's real proud of himself.
Oh yeah, just be aware that that's what happened. You know, Ron was losing weight faster than I was for a while.
Men do.
They do. They do. And it's frustrating.
It is very frustrating.
Just know it, if that could happen, and it's okay. And eventually I actually got, so I could weigh less than him. That was a big deal. my big one.
One of the things that I have found in this, and I could call it my Jesus moment too, but I see Jesus in my husband Dick now, more so. And he's so much happier that he has finally released some weight.
Oh, awesome.
He's lost 10 pounds already since August.
Wonderful.
And I am so happy for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I've got 6 pounds to go to meet my goal. And I couldn't be happier, you know.
Yay.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I did get her cookbook in the mail
Oh, yeah.
just yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
I had a chance to look at it. It's very good, really simple. If you're looking for maybe some new ideas or to kind of just freshen up everything for yourself, I think it would be really, really good. There are a couple things in there I probably wouldn't eat. There was something really odd. I'm trying to remember what it was, and I went, oh, I won't eat that. But all the recipes are really good. And so if you need like a day 1, day 2, and all 3 meals and snacks, and it's really well laid out, and it's not very big. It's easy to like tuck in a suitcase if you were traveling. And anyway, I think it's really good. So I wanted to share with you all that I did get that.
Can you post that on the book on the website?
Yeah, you know, I actually, you'll see this when I'm talking right now. This is a nice segue into like what's next, some possible options for what's next. And first of all, what I want to say is I am not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to, so I don't want this to sound like a sales pitch for the Weight Loss God's Way, but it's something I believe in. And so as we talk about some of these things, as I go through and talk a little bit about it, you'll certainly see some of the things that are available there. So I did create a web page, and I will send you an email with the link to the web page. And there's a password. The password is WL Weight Loss God's Way 2020. So when you get to the web page, you'll see that. And so I wanted to share that with you.
What was the password or whatever?
I'll send it to you. It's it's Weight Loss God's Way. So the first letter, WLGW 2020. But I'll send you the email with the link. Okay.
Yep.
So here's a couple of things, some resources. I shared that weight release data, that sheet with you the other day about how to keep track of your weight. So you can download that. If you get to this page, you can just hit download and it'll download to your computer. There's also a really nice editable checklist that she puts together that's like if you're trying to track like a habit, and it's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can just put check marks that yes, you completed it. I found that really helpful in you kind of setting your goals for the month. She really does a nice job of helping you outline what your goal is, and then go back at the end of the month and look at it. So those are 2 resources.
Nancy.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday I got an email from her to sign up for something. I thought it was just helpful hints or something. I signed up for it.
Yeah, is that the webinar that's on Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, it's that, but I thought there was something else too.
Okay. Oh yeah, she has another little thing. Yeah, she has a nice little.
Yeah, it wasn't a webinar.
Yeah, there's a webinar on Sunday, but then she also has a blog that you can sign up for, and she just sends out these really wonderful things, and often it's referring to. She'll often refer to something that's coming up that's a part of the Weight Loss God's Way. So
yeah, that's what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Does it cost anything to sign up for those things?
Well, the webinar, there's a little link when you here, let me show you. So the first one of the first options is you can sign up for the online Weight Loss God's Way 21-day challenge, which is basically what we've been doing here. But it has a few more bells and whistles. It has a copy of the book, which you already have, but you have a daily video. She has a lighthearted video. She provides 21 professional workout videos, so you can watch the videos and do some workouts if you can try some of her workouts. The meal plan that Lori was talking about is included in there as well, and that's just part of the when you do the purchase the class. And then there's a journal. There's a 21-day journal to record your progress in pairs. The cost is $47, or if you join them as a member, it's $59 a month, and you can cancel at any time. You get a 10% discount because when I said I wanted to teach this class, I became a ambassador. That's kind of a funny name, but I became an ambassador. But what that does is if you join, if you click on any of the links on this page, when you sign up, you can put Marks in as a coupon code and it will give you the discount. So I think this is probably what happened. If I click this link, one of the first things that shows up is it's kind of, this is like the advertisement for it. It tells you a little bit about it. Last time I did this, I got a little thing to say sign up for, and I think it's her blog. So if you sign up for the challenge, you can do it here, or you can, you can sign up for the live group that's going to start the 5th of October. And so what I'm doing is giving you these links. Oh, here it is. Unsure. Here's your free gift for, this is probably what you're talking about, right, Judy? 3-step.
No.
You get.
I didn't sign up for anything for a free gift.
Okay.
I thought I signed up that she was just going to send me emails.
Okay.
But I'll wait until I get the first email and see what happens.
Okay. So this one is just, this I'm guessing might be probably her blog. Well, when you sign up for it, you'll be a part of her blog, and then you'll get emails from her. So what I did was I set these pages up, and it's kind of annoying sometimes with that part, but I got to see if I can get over here so I can get back to my page. Go back.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Trying to find my page where I was. Okay, oh, there we go. Now I found it. Okay, so that's the first option. So that's just the 21-day challenge. And then the second challenge, the second one is it's a subscription, or it's basically joining her Weight Loss God's Way. This is what I did. And you can join it month to month. You can just decide, I only want to do this for a month, and that's okay. Sometimes they have promotions. So if you were going to do this, I would say join it for a month. You can always go in and say, I want to stop it after a month. It's pretty easy to do, and the support is really good. So it's $59 a month, but so that's $2 a day, and I decided I was worth it and that I could afford it, and I could cancel if I wanted to. Again, you can get that 10% discount if you use Marks as your coupon. But it has, I put a link to there's a video that shows all of the things that she offers. So by being a member, you get, you can take these courses. There are like a whole bunch of different courses you can take. There are, so the thing like that book that Lori got, I'm going to show you here. So it's really promotional, but you can skim through these links and you can kind of see what it is. She talks about her program, which is the Weight Loss God's Way, which is a 21-day challenge. And then there's a class called Breakthrough. And then there's a class called Faith in Action. So she has 3 classes that are in a row that you can take. Or I think I'm going to skim down here. Here's all of the bonuses, the other courses. So there's a Rise Up one, there's praying, there's one about a 40-day, I did this one. This one was a really good one, this sugar-free and spirit-filled 40-day detox.
And did you have to pay for that?
Yeah, well, you pay the $59
okay.
for the month, and then you can choose any of these.
Okay.
So these are all included. Drink more water challenge, eating healthy. There's a meal planning challenge. There's a Christmas planning challenge. I did that one before Christmas last year because Christmas is a challenge. So you can see that there's just lots and lots of different things that you can do. But this little video, I'm going to give you the link, and then during the week sometime, just take a little bit of time and you can click on the video and you can see a little bit more about it, or and then you can click on the buttons, which will take you to what you can choose to do. The course that I'm going to be doing next month, I've been doing this all year. It's the 365. So each month it's been one of those courses that you just saw, like we did a healthy eating one once, we did an exercise one once, we did for a month, we've done all of these different options, which what I like is it adds just a little layer every month of something new to think about, which I really like it. So the one that's going to be in October, that's going to start in October is it's not too late to lose the 10 or 15 or 20 pounds by Christmas. So that's strong faith, strong finish. And it just goes through, it just continues on what we've been doing here. So I'm excited because I'll be, I'm there and I'll be doing it. So if you decide to do that one, you'll be seeing me on the forum when they have a forum every time that you do it. I did think the one thing I did was I actually got to talk to Kathy a couple weeks ago, the Kathy Morenzi, and I did a coaching call with her. That's the other thing you get when you're a member is you actually can do a coaching call. I've been a member for almost a year, and that's the first time I've ever done a coaching call. But she was a good listener. She gave me some good ideas. One of the things I was struggling with was like, I don't know what my goal weight should be. How do I figure that out? And she just said, well, when you get to the point where you feel good with your body and you feel like your clothes are fitting and you feel that's probably going to be your goal weight. So I've adjusted my goal to be 140. So I have 7.2 pounds left to go. So my goal is by Thanksgiving, I'm going to hit my goal weight. But she also said, so I told her, I said, I don't really want to be a person who's selling things. And she said, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't feel like you have to try to sell things. So she gave me another idea, and I thought maybe I would offer this one. She has another book that just came out that's called Get Active God's Way. And it's a weight loss devotional, and it's a workout challenge. So it has to do with exercise. The book is available on Amazon for $13.97. I haven't set a start date. I think I've just kind of been praying about this, trying to figure out. I think one of the things I really appreciate is supporting, is the conversations that I have with you guys and the connections that I have with you because I know you. And so I appreciate that. So I'm thinking about offering that one in October. I thought October might be a nice month to do something with exercise. It's not going to, hopefully it won't get too cold, but she also has some things about exercise that's not just outside, but indoors, which is something I need to think about. So those are my 4 options for you to think about. I will send you the link when I get off this call. I'll send you the link to this page. And my suggestion would be that you just take a little bit of time this week and look and see if anything there is calling you. Pray about it. I'm not going to do the Weight Loss God's Way 21-day challenge. I've done it 2 months in a row. I think I want to do something different. If there is an interest, and I'm going to open that up to the group that did it with us before too. So any questions about what some of the options might be?
Nancy, what if the month what if we don't decide today? Can we decide and do something a month from now?
Well, most of them, yeah, probably most of them, I would say the The membership one, you can do anytime. You can join anytime and you can start any of those classes anytime. The Weight Loss God's Way, the 21-day challenge, you can either start it on the 5th and do it with other people who are doing it at the same time. I think one of the real benefits of their online is the community. It's just kind of like this group, and she offers a Saturday Bible study. She offers a beginning of the month and end of the month coaching call, kind of the beginning of the month talking about what you're going to be doing, and the end of the month checking in to see how you're doing. So the 21-day challenge, you can kind of join at any point. The Strong Faith, Strong Finish will be like it's starting in October. I think it starts October 5th. And I don't think you'll be able to start that one just anytime.
Hey,
The book study, I haven't set a start date, but I would guess it's a 28-day challenge. There's 28 days on it. So I may give myself a week or two. We'll see how the next week or so goes. But by next week, I'll know whether I'm going to offer it, when I'm going to start it. And I'm going to probably put it out there and just say, is anybody interested? So, any other questions?
No.
Like
I
I
have
said,
something I'd like to say to the group.
okay.
I don't know if any of you are experience any anxiety or tension from the dieting or from other things, but I'm not so successful right now in this diet, but what I've added to my life, it's been almost a year now, is meditation.
Oh,
And I do that every night. I use an app, a free app called Insight Timer, and it's all free, and you can select things for stress, anxiety, sleep. I have a hard time going to sleep, so I use it in bed at night to help me sleep. And they're different, anyway, it just relieves it, and it's a part of my mindfulness. I also practice mindfulness, and this meditation goes along with it. It's all about breathing. So I just wanted to just offer that. If anybody ever wants to talk to me about it, I'd be glad to talk to them.
thanks, Judy.
Thank you.
My important part of my wellness program.
Very good.
I think that's the beauty too of groups like this, is you get to share ideas and resources and things that work, and what works for somebody doesn't mean it'll work for everybody. So we're all in different places. All right, any other thoughts or anything they want to share? I have to share, I want to close with a prayer tonight, but my prayer is, this came up in my devotion this afternoon. I've actually started doing devotions twice a day recently. When I started doing the Weight Loss God's Way, before I did that, I was in a group with my sisters and their daughters, and I really love that part of having that conversation. So my devotion today was from Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 12. And this is from the Message version. So Proverbs 3, 5 through 12. So let us pray. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. He's the one who will keep you on track. Don't assume that you know it all. Run to God, run from evil. Your body will glow with health. Your very bones will vibrate with life. Honor God with everything you own. Give him the first and the best. Your barns will burst, your wine vats will brim over, but don't, dear friend, resent God's discipline. Don't sulk under his loving correction. It's the child he loves that God corrects. A father's delight is behind all this. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you on Facebook. It's wonderful seeing comments from people. Thank you for keeping there and keeping in touch, and email me or text me if you have any questions.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Ooh, boy, it got dark at my house.
Yes, here too.